Elizabeth.
And I'm Siri. And if you want to follow our story, you can read ElfQuest for free at elfquest.com. And remember to follow us on your favorite podcast platform.
Thank you for your patience. Unfortunately, we lost the sound on recording for Hidden Years 5 and 8. This means we will have to record it all over. Luckily, we had another episode recorded, which means this episode we will talk about Hidden Years 9, The Enemy's Face. And don't worry, we will be re-recording Hidden Years number 5 and 8, The Birth of Rayek, the story of how Rayek discovered his powers. I learned how Rayek and Lyra's relationship came to be. In a shocking way, we see Lyra's powers grow immensely.
So, when we start, this basically is about Rayek and his powers. It's not that much exciting things happen before at the end, but...
We see him growing up and...
Yeah.
We see pretty early, like from very young age, that Rayek has always been Rayek.
Yeah. He's just born this way.
Yeah. Nothing changed in him, making him who he is later in the story. He's been that way all along.
Yeah, we don't really get to know his parents that well, but they looks like super soft, super nice, calm people.
Yeah, and he was born when it was a major drought. There was little to no food.
Yeah, and I like it. One of the elves were like, "Is he here? Is the child here?" And it's like, "I've never seen a baby. Let me see the baby."
So cute.
They're all so excited.
Yeah. And as he grows up, like he's a toddler, and we can see how his parents don't prioritize him. They prioritize picking up the weeds on the ground in their so-called gardens for food, whilst he wants some attention, he wants to play, but they don't have time for him.
I think that's also because of the drought though, because
yeah, obviously.
like they don't have too much food, so they have to hurry to get the food they can get.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's being mistreated as of not getting the attention that he needs as a toddler. And maybe if he had gotten that attention, he might have turned out different.
Who would know? But also I think it's like they were like, we have to do this before mid-morning because that's gonna be too hot. And then we go inside, and it sounds like when we go inside, we can play.
Yeah.
So it's just about timing. Not right now, there in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But he also does not like what they grow.
And he don't like to share. He's like, I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat whatever I want because I'm hungry.
Yeah, so he goes out hunting for lizard.
Mm-hmm.
And he also learned that lizards can let go of their tails.
Yeah. He likes the taste of it, though, because he's like, what does this tail taste like?
Yeah.
It's like,
so he actually manages to catch the lizard after and bashes its heads in with a stone.
Yep.
So he's a pretty brutal child, but like killing to get food, like that's understandable, but
yeah, like it feels like in the beginning he does it more out of being hungry.
Yeah.
Not because he likes the killing.
Yeah.
Or the attention. He's just like sees food and gets it.
I don't want this grass that my parents are eating. I want something different. But he does it in a very brutal way.
Yes. And it's more like just like bringing it home and like expect his parents to be proud and just prepare whatever he caught for them.
The parents actually is very proud of him. And they say that this does taste okay. You kill animals to eat. That's what animals do. So that's fine. But they would prefer if he just ate greens instead.
Yeah, but I think that's also a little bit because the way he kills them by smashing in their head.
Yeah, it's quite brutal.
Yeah, they would be more content with this if it was more humane ways of doing it. Like he learns later when he uses magic.
Yeah, and he gets niftier in his catching though. Like he sets up traps for the animals. Like he got this squirrel-looking desert animal.
Yeah, I thought it was a mice.
But it has a very fuzzy tail.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think it's a mice.
No, not with that tail. That's true. More squirrel kind of thing.
Don't know what animal it is.
It's an animal.
Yeah. And it actually bites him. That's the first time that he realized he had magical powers.
Yeah, but that's like was an accident because I think he was more like, "Oh my god, don't bite me!"
Fucking asshole, you bit me!
And he
Um,
paralyzed the animal with his eyes.
yeah. So after that, he came home with a handful of squirrels.
Yeah, because he paralyzed the whole pack and
Yes.
brought them home.
Indeed. And this is the time when Sava really starts giving him attention, like, wow, this is really great. How did you manage to kill them? You're so strong.
And he's like, "Oh, I don't want to tell her, but I'm just gonna be like super witty and be like, oh, it's just sharp eyes and quick hands, you know."
And she answered with, mm-hmm.
You can never lie to Sawa. She knows everything.
the truth, Rick. You're not fooling anyone
She
other than
just-
yourself.
She just wanted him to get the chance to be honest, and he wasn't.
Yeah. As he goes out, he gets bolder and bolder, and he managed to kill a boar.
Yeah, but
The boars are someone else's prey as well.
the wolves.
No, jackals.
Oh, but they're kind of wolves.
Yeah.
They're like the desert
desert
wolves.
wolves. Jackals.
But they are bigger, stronger, and there are 4 of them.
They are. And they are also starving.
Mm-hmm.
They see him as an easy kill, so they will not give up their meat to this child.
No.
So they fight him. They actually, one of them bites his arm really, really bad.
And he can't use his arm anymore. But
No. He manages to like stare the jackal into submission and scare the others off so we can get off.
he barely gets off though. Like,
Yeah. But
it's-
he ends up sitting up there all night, watching them eat his kill and be angry at them for eating his kill because it was his kill.
yeah, and also the way he tells about it is like, so I lost my spare and my first kill. So it's like that's the most important for him. Like he lost his weapon and he lost his large kill.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, but I saved my life, but I care more about.
Yeah, and I
My-
don't really care that I've gravely injured my arms. Like,
no.
those jackal's teeth and jaws are really strong. So I would imagine they would, like,
They-
shatter his arm bone.
They probably could have ripped the whole arm off if like
Yeah.
they got a better grip or
Yeah,
You
you
know?
can see Lita's mom is, like, sewing the wounds shut, but he isn't able to use his arm afterwards. So,
no, because Lita is not born yet, so they don't have a healer. So
No.
there's only salvas and like herbs and other like medicine to help him.
yeah. So I would assume that his arm bone is severely broken or
Yeah.
shattered by that bite.
No, so maybe the muscles and nerves are really broken.
Yeah. But what he's thinking, though, after all of this, is curse mangy beasts. The mountains are mine. I will rid them of every last one of you. I swear it.
Yeah.
So after all of this, the only thing Rayek is thinking about is revenge.
Yep.
He's a child.
Yeah, he is not old.
He's literally still a child. He's like 10 years old.
And he's like running away, practicing his magic like in
Yeah.
secret. And suddenly Sava shows up with her magic like floating in her chair. And he's so surprised that like, oh, you know about my magic?
How did you know? I didn't tell anyone.
Magic. That's why she knows.
Yeah, and he's also says that, but the others won't think that I'm great anymore, and they won't like adore me for killing animals. If they knew that I use magic, they will think I'm strange.
So you think Sava is strange?
No, you're not strange.
So everyone thinks bad about Sava now?
No, but you're the mother of memory. That's different.
No, it's not. It's the same
It's the
thing.
same thing, Rick. But he ends up going back with her to practice his magic, to get better control, and to learn how to use it.
Mm-hmm. And he gets so annoyed. Why do I have to practice with toys?
I don't want to live with the toys. Well, Shava's like, very good. You have raised your endurance. You can lift them for much longer than you did last time you tried.
But also, if it would be like knives or spears that he would be levitating, he would have been impaled because all the toys suddenly came like falling down on top of him. So
Yeah.
better it be toys than anything else.
Toys aren't dangerous after all.
No, and it's just practice.
It is. Though he turns out to be quite a pervert.
Yes.
As he later decides to use his powers to lift Audrey's skirt up.
I did not like that. Because it's more like this stereotypical man with powers.
Yeah.
That's like, I can do whatever I want because I have money and power. So I'm gonna see your butt cheeks.
Yeah, at the same time, this is a child.
Yeah.
He shouldn't really be interested in her butt cheeks.
No, but it's Rick though.
But he's 10 though.
Yeah.
We can also see Lita's parents standing in the room talking about Rayek and how he's doing and his lessons and everything. And then they recognize.
Yeah, but also one thing. They weren't really a couple before this, were they? Like Lita's parents.
It's not said that they are a couple. It's not said that they're not. So, I don't know.
Yeah, because there was like... So, after so long, it is to be you. So, like, it's almost like they're shocked that they are recognizing. But I don't know if it's because it's so long since they had recognized someone in the village. Or if they're like, is it you? I thought it was going to be someone else.
I think it might be like they're all very old friends. They've known each other for so long. The last child that came of recognition was Rayek.
Yeah.
Which that recognition happened obviously 12 years ago, as he's 10 here.
True.
So it's been 12 years with no recognition, and suddenly they recognize. They've known each other for their whole lives. So
yeah, maybe it's like a little mix of both.
Yeah, I think so.
So Lita is already showing her healing powers in the stomach of her mom.
Yeah, Sava even says it, like, see how light her step is and how she's beaming and she's in such good health. And I think it's pretty strange that they would know so early on that it's going to be a healer.
Yeah, but still, what pregnant lady is at perfectly health? You know, there's something going on always.
Yeah.
And, like, lucky for her, she doesn't get any of the shitty things with the pregnancy.
She doesn't. It's a 2 years pregnancy, so she's very lucky.
So true. She doesn't even get tired because she's like, look how light she walks. Even though she's huge.
Yeah.
But one thing, does Lita heal Rayek's hand through the stomach?
No.
No, but like, look here. It looks like he has a scar on his hand here.
Oh, yeah, she heals his scar. She doesn't heal his, like...
Yeah, but like, she healed through the stomach with the scar thing on the hand. Which is pretty crazy. Like, how? How is that possible, you know?
How did you know there was a scar there?
Because
she's
like,
crazy powerful, though.
Earlier, I thought, like, she had to touch it and be like, okay, now I'm healing that. How can a infant, like, or baby inside your stomach, like, control the powers to do that, you know?
Good question. Maybe she heals everyone that touches her mom. But it was a rainy season. The drought was over, and it was finally raining, and Lita was born.
In the rain. Which is, like, double celebration. Like, celebrating Lita, celebrating the rain, and harvesting of flowers and everything.
Yeah.
And it's the first, like, flower festival thing that Rayek witnessed, because there been a drought all since he was born.
It has. So we learned from that age that he was going to do whatever she wanted to, as he was carrying her on his back and, like, lifting a toy up for her instead of finishing with the water first.
But reading and watching these images, I'm really like, they grew up as siblings in a way. You know, they're close as siblings.
Yeah.
Because they play together, they do chores together.
He took care of her.
And still he wants to fuck her. Like, I just feel that connection is a little bit wrong. You act like siblings and suddenly you're like, I want to be your love mate.
And it even says here, like, it says that he was 12 years old when she was born. He was 8 and 4, which means 12. It was at 2 8s and 2, which means 18. Just that age that I knew Lita and I were destined to be life mates. That means that Lita was 6.
Yeah, and you see it. She's just like a toddler running around,
She's
basically.
6, and
Yeah.
you know that you're destined to be her life mate?
She doesn't even know what dancing and sex are yet. Like,
They recognize, but they don't recognize a baby.
no, they don't. But we've learned Rhea is a special elf in so many ways.
Indeed. And it's like at that time, the age difference is quite striking. And the fact that
yes,
he could
and
think
she's a
about
kid.
such a thing when she's 6 years old is pretty disturbing.
Yep.
If she'd been 16 and he'd been 22,
Still kind of bad, but not that bad.
but not that bad. Like,
no.
that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
She's 6.
She is a child. She haven't even started thinking about recognition and the meaning of recognition.
No, she's 6.
Yep.
Rake also says something to his parents in this image that I like. It is shade and sweet waters. Do you know what I like that?
No.
Because every time the Pennies do a signing live stream with Streamly, they start the stream off with shade and sweet waters.
Oh, so it's like a greeting.
It is.
Oh, but it's a cute greeting.
It is really, really cute.
And it's like a little sad. Like, he's growing up with his parents, but he's like, I don't like my parents. Sava is more apparent for me than my parents ever were.
Yeah, I don't really care about them. I walk past them, I greet them.
Like,
I keep
why?
walking.
Like, they look like so cute and nice people, and they care about the village with the harvesting and everything. But no,
But as
not
Lita
enough
is
for him.
dancing around Rake, she like stops in and hugs him.
But
And
that's
heals his arm.
yeah, in accident, yeah.
Yeah. Because at this point, she would use her magic without even realizing she was using it.
Yeah, it's just like going around doing her thing. She don't know what she's doing.
No.
He also fell in love with her even more at this point. He's like, she
Oh,
did
yes.
it. She did this out of love. This is why we're meant to be.
It is how it is meant.
Yeah,
It is destined. He even takes Lita hunting.
and basically show her how he kills animal and be like, this animal is too skinny. There's nothing for us to eat, so he can just rot in this hole.
No, that is not what he's doing.
I kind of looked at it that way.
I told you the jackal is dead. I killed it. What does it mean, dead? It is when the spirit leaves the body and never comes back. All living creatures can die or be killed. All? All.
Elf can die. Or
Some
elves don't die.
Some beasts, like jackals, are worthless and deserves to die.
Oh, he don't
Others
want them at all.
Do not deserve it, but they die anyway. He is going up to the mountains, killing all the jackals, throwing them in a ditch so that they can rot.
He don't want them at all. There is so much good, like, because when he lifts it up, he looks super skinny. So I looked at it more as like, it's not worth it at all, you know?
No, he is literally murdering them because of revenge.
Oh my god, that's so react.
So he is killing them off and throwing them in basically the trash instead of using their meat, their furs, everything. That, like, there's a lot of this animal that can be used. If a wolf had seen him do this,
Oh, they will. Oh, I don't know even know what they would do because oh my god, they're gonna.
it is so wasteful. It is insane.
Yeah,
He's throwing away
Just
so
because-
many resources because of revenge.
because of one arm, one wound,
Yeah, no,
or no,
not
because of the kill. They ate his kill.
they ate his kill.
yeah,
So he is murdering all of these animals, pretty much trying to make them instinct in areas around the village for revenge and throwing them in a ditch, not even getting any use out of the resources.
But he's crazy. He is crazy though.
Yeah.
And also he's like, oh, you know, the sun folk will always depend on the two of us together because we have magic. That's why we are the only important one and we belong to each other.
Yes. It is your duty to study hard with Sava. Like me. Study? Duty? Oh, Rayek. What an old glummer you are. everything is fine.
She's like, I don't care. I just run around and live my life.
Why would I care about studying and duty? And how can you decide what my duty and my, like, what my future is gonna be like? That's none of your business.
But she's still just too young to understand everything, though.
But at the same time, who is he to tell her what her life is gonna be like?
Yeah.
He can tell her that your life is destined to be the healer of this village. It is your duty since you've been giving these powers.
She don't even know what her powers is yet. Like, she haven't learned them.
No, like, she doesn't even realize she's healing when she's doing it. And yet he's sitting there, like, telling her, this is your duty. You gotta do what they tell you to.
No, not what I
what
tell you to.
he tells her to. Like, who does he think he is?
Rayak.
Yeah.
He thinks he's Rayak.
Yeah. But shortly after, the swoots go amok again.
And Lita learns about the unfairness of the world with, like, their harvest being destroyed by the swoots.
Yeah.
The village being destroyed.
And she thinks it is so unfair. So why can't we just do something? Why can't we get him out of here? And Rick describes her as quite a control freak.
But she's not. She's just a curious child who don't
Yeah.
understand what's happening.
Yeah.
And with the eclipse, the sun eclipse,
Yeah.
her father teaches her to not be afraid of the dark.
Mm-hmm.
It always passes. There's always light in the end of the tunnels. Don't be afraid. And I feel that's, like, given her a lot of help later in her life too.
Yeah, I think that is words that is going to follow her for a long time.
Yeah, giving her a lot of strength.
Yeah.
And when she grows older, though, she starts using her powers in a new way.
Yeah.
She's getting curious. A curious teenager.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know who's, like, laying on her lap here. Do you know who that is?
I think it's the guy that she talks a lot about later, the guy that dies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he's
so.
just like, sweet healer, show us more. I wonder what she's gonna show them.
Sometimes, really, it heightens the chance of recognition. For that reason only, could I bear Lita's delight in her new role? Like, Rick hates all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And he would maybe go for it if he could recognize Lita.
Yeah, and also he's just like, Lita comes like, do you want to come in with us? And do you want to share with us? And he's like, share? I do not share you with anyone.
But you must save something most special for me.
Why for you?
Oh,
I never said we were exclusive.
No. And she's not about that either. Like, I think that he sees her as his love mate. I don't think that she sees it that way. Because she's not really that affectionate towards Rayak.
Yeah. Rayak is so jealous that he tricks Lita into, like, a private spot.
Yeah.
To, like, actually, basically just fuck her.
Yeah. He makes her scarf fly away.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, teach me what you never taught me or anyone else.
And she does.
Yeah.
And he was like, so she did.
Like, die from it.
Yeah. What did you teach him that he's dying from? Like, how?
Do you remember when?
Oh, with the human.
No. The thing that Lita sometimes does, that if she did all the time, Cutter couldn't walk.
Oh my god! But what is it though? Like,
but if you look at them, it's some, like, this healing thing around them. So there's some healing thing that she does while fucking.
It is to satisfy herself in a way. It has to be like, why is she
both of them,
like,
or
she doesn't want to have a cup with him, so it can't be recognition stuff.
No, she would never do that.
No, so like, what is this thing though? I'm curious.
Some magic healing thing that only Lita can do, that she doesn't do all the time, because if she did, Cutter couldn't walk.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some crazy shit happening though.
Yeah. But while they're fucking, Rick is like, recognize. Let it be now. I beg you now.
I
Why
need
do you-
recognition to come.
Why do you hold back? I want all of you. You're mine.
Oh, and just the anger when he's like, "You are mine," is
Yeah.
just insane.
You can see like how frightened she is. And they're like, no.
No, and she
You-
runs away. She
yeah.
doesn't even get dressed.
Yeah. So it is to be a hunt then.
No,
Who the fuck are you? Psychopath.
I think that moment changed everything for Lita though.
Yeah.
I like it though when she's like at the well getting water.
But before that,
Mm.
if that is what recognition must cost me, no. No, but I shall decide when and with whom.
No, you're not gonna decide.
No.
You are not. No, Lita, you're not gonna decide for yourself. But
You do
at least
not
it's not gonna be
have-
Rayak.
No, you cannot decide anything of this.
Nope. I really like though when she's at the well getting water and Rayak comes just by like, let me do this for you. I can levitate the water. But Lita just like push the water over Rayak and be like, I don't
Mhm.
need your help.
Mm-hmm. And he said that time passed. I was forced to acquire something akin to patience. My frivolous love mate was bound to come to her senses. Of that I had no doubt. She simply required convincing.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going to the swoots and taming the swoots.
On a suicide mission. Because I'm going to force Lita to love me.
She has to love me when I give all this swoots to the villagers so their lives get so much better.
Yeah. He's a real psychopath.
Yes.
This is crazy.
And when one of the swoots kick Tito,
Yeah.
which is basically Lita's boyfriend at the moment.
Yeah, her actual boyfriend, not Rayak.
Yeah. And like it was basically like a horse kick, right? So he's dying.
From a huge horse, though.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
like
dying.
he's
or-
not dying. He died instantly.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like suffering and then he died.
No, it was.
Okay. And of course Lita blames Rayak because
Yeah, he
it's his
brought the
power.
Swedes there.
his powers failed the swoot and the swoot
Yeah.
went wild again.
Yeah,
But he doesn't see it that way. He's like, it's not my fault. I did this to help them, and it's not my.
I didn't make it kick.
No, it did that in his own free will. I didn't make Tito stand behind him. That's his fault.
Yeah, and she says that this enemy caught me unaware. It shall not do so again.
Rayak noticed that his dagger is missing.
Yeah, later that evening, and he's like,
Mhm.
no, Lita.
One thing,
Yeah.
how did he realize that this is happening? Yeah, I would just be like, shit, where did I leave it? Like,
Yeah, where did I put it? Where did it go?
I must have
did I
lost
forget
it on my
over
way
here or over
home.
there?
mm, how is he? No, Lita is gonna kill herself. Like,
Lita's had
How?
shown no signs of being
No,
suicidal, so
not
why
at
would you think she
all.
would kill herself?
which again, I think, like, I don't get it. She's basically stabbing herself to
Mhm.
die so she can heal herself and live and be a stronger healer.
Yeah.
Why does he have to do that to become a stronger healer? Like, I don't get it. There should have been an easier way to do this.
Me neither. I don't get it either. She literally committed suicide to become a better healer. And again,
And to maybe it's to understand death. She has to
Maybe.
die to understand what's happening to the body, to
Yeah.
heal other people, to prevent them from dying.
Yeah, and she says that, let me be, I must see for myself. The dark is coming. I can almost see it. It is here. I know it. I see its face. And then when she pretty much actually dies,
Mm-hmm.
she heals herself. And from that moment on, her eyes was several years older.
You can see it on her face, hair, and body. It looks like all of it is just like maturing so much
Yeah.
more in that blink of a second.
Yeah. Like at that moment, she became a woman and she knew what death was like because she had basically pushed herself over the edge and back.
Yeah. And at the end, Rayek is like, she that was mine had flown just beyond reach and would remain so. I don't think he really realized that because he would keep on trying. He would still think Lita is his. Like, he would not stop trying.
No.
He still thinks Lita is his. Like, why?
Yeah. Why he
Stop
is
being
so
so selfish.
obsessed with Lita?
I don't know.
Like, she's his friend, but she hasn't done anything to make him believe that he can, like, own her.
No.
That he can possess her. That she would want to be his girlfriend.
But he is crazy, though.
He is
His
crazy.
mind is just like, wacko.
So for the next episode, we will be talking about Hidden Years number 5 and 8, Star Fall, Star Rise, and Daughter's Day.
So until next time, go recognize a troll.